What's up, fellow gamers? Thank you so much for joining. Welcome back to the channel and to another episode of our video series Show and Tell, where we do real-time game reviews of the titles we have finished. Today we are venturing in the realm of the digital kingdom, and to help this land be free of a rogue software that we know as him and his army of stallions that is threatening the land. But before doing that, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. That is the best way to support this humble gamer. And also, I'm recording this during Thanksgiving Day, so if you're in the US, please have a magnificent Thanksgiving Day, and if you're not, either way, I thank you so much for being here. And also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, where I post original gaming content on a regular basis. So oh, by the way, yes, my Instagram is at THRNZ. That's basically the Renzo, but without any vowels. So with all that out of the way, please allow me to show you Narita Boy. I'm sorry, I meant to say okay, so welcome to Narita Boy. Okay, so as always, this will be a spoiler-free review, so don't worry about it. This is gameplay for the first hour of the game, so there's nothing to worry about. So to begin with, what is Narita Boy? So Narita Boy is a single-player, linear, story-driven 2D action-adventure game with some Metroidvania elements as well, and we'll get into that later. But first and foremost, we need to show you how this game looks. Look at this, man. The amazing art design in this game is sublime. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. Not only the colors, the creation of the digital kingdom, but the music. I mean, everything here, you can tell that it's being done with care and passion about this game. Look at some of the combat, but look at the details of the background, the people dancing, and I love the colors. Everything evokes a digital kingdom and technology, and it's just great, really great, really well done by our friends at the studio Koba. Let's just kill these guys. Okay, let's move over there. Look at the music, man. These guys are rocking that thing. Pretty awesome. So Narita Boy was released in 2021 and was developed by Spanish studio Studio Koba, and it was published by Team 17. Team 17 is the same publisher that gave us Blasphemous, which we totally recommend and we love so much. So one thing that I really was surprised about this game is the amount of lore, and the story of the game is really rich, the story of the game. So pretty much, not to spoil anything, but pretty much you get summoned to the digital kingdom from the real world. So you start in your bedroom actually, and out of nowhere, and pretty much you get sucked in by a computer. Then later on the game you get to understand what happened, but that's pretty much what happens in the beginning. You get sucked by a computer and you appear in the digital kingdom, and you realize that you need to save the digital kingdom from a menace known as the stallions. Okay, so but I was really surprised to see how deep the lore goes and how long are the dialogues, and you find out so much about so many NPCs, and it's pretty easy to get hooked in the story of the game, and you just want to know more and understand what's happening and what you can do to make things right. So gameplay wise, Narita Boy is just really fun to play. I mean, combat is really fun. I mean, you don't have way too many movements, different moves, but the ones that you have, you can use in very different ways and very creative ways, and it's really just fun. Look at this. Awesome. So another thing regarding gameplay is that I wouldn't call it a platformer, because platforming is not this game's strong suit. Actually, the only minor complaint that I could have regarding gameplay is that sometimes your character moves so fast that you could feel that you're walking on ice a lot of the time. So platforming is really difficult to nail on this game. Another good aspect of this game is regarding the enemy variety. I was surprised to see that closer to the end of the game keep throwing at you different types of enemies. I was like, wow, we're still getting new types of enemies? That's impressive. And enemies are really creative. You're never going to find one that is like the other, and you have different ways to approach different enemies and moves that are better to some type of enemy. So it's really fun to play. I mean, you would think that it's just a 2D action game, but it's way more than that. I mean, you really need to think how you're going to approach enemies, because depending on the type of enemy, you probably will need to use a better move that is way better to a type of enemy. Like this one, for instance. I have... Oh wow, shooting. And I'm dead, see? It's not that easy. You know how there are some games out there that you can go all the way to the end of the game without using any of the moves or some of the moves? Well, that's not the case with Narita Boy, because since there are so many different enemies and the enemy diversity is so rich, you will always find yourself using the best move to attack a specific enemies, and that is fantastic, you know. And that also brings me to the bits of Metroidvania elements on the game. So there are some moves, like for instance this one right here, the uppercut, that will help you reach some places that you wouldn't be able to reach other way. So that's the Metroidvania part of the game. So let me show you also the you have like a summons kind of thing. Let me show you this. There you go. Very cool, right? Oh, and then again. There is no question that Narita Boy is a remarkable game, and not only because it has a great art design, and you know that I'm a sucker for good art in video games, but it's because it's done to perfection, to detail, to attention to detail, to a personal level. It shows that this is something personal for the developers, and I understand that it's inspired in the personal travels of one of the director of the game, when he traveled to Japan on his younger days. So it shows in the game. Every line of dialogue, every screen, every detail, it's carefully planned to be there. And on top of that, you add the amazing original soundtrack, those colors, those sounds, those technological features that draws the whole world and creates that immersion in the digital kingdom. When you hear this soundtrack, you go back all the time to Narita Boy and that amazing work created by Studio Koba. The only thing that I could say that I wanted more about this game is that it is a short experience. I mean, it is a short game, but without a doubt is a very fulfilling experience, and one that I recommend 110%.
Hey, you've reached the end of the video. That's impressive. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoy our content, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Why not? Click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. Yes, that way YouTube will let you know every time I post a new video so you don't miss anything. And as always, my friends, no matter what, never stop gaming. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining, and see you in the next one.